Well, it's been a few weeks since I've done intermission cocktails with Annie, and but this one was worth the wait because it's with my dear friend Davis Gaines.
Hey,
Hi,
sweetie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great to see you. I missed you. I
Oh,
missed Laguna Beach.
I miss you, and Laguna Beach misses you.
My God, it's my favorite place.
I know, and it loves you.
And thank you for like several things today. Thanks for forcing me to take a shower, which I haven't done in several days, and actually put on
Wash my hair.
I put on an actual real shirt for the first time in God knows when. This is my first Zoom meeting, so
Woo!
you've taken my Zoom virginity from me.
Yeah, there you go.
I couldn't think of a better person to do it.
It had to be someone at my school.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
So,
we've known each other for a long time, you and I.
very, very
Now,
long time.
when did you, for those of our audience who doesn't know this, although I don't know who on the planet doesn't know this, Davis is, I think you're still the longest running Phantom. You know, has somebody beat you out?
In LA, yeah.
Oh,
In Los
at
Angeles, for sure.
Phantom of Phantom of the Opera.
I think maybe on Broadway, I think maybe I might be, well, it's been running for 30 something years. So
Yeah.
I'm still like the third longest, I think, on Broadway, which is not bad for 30 years.
No,
So yeah, it was a good deal. So that's how we met.
Did Phantom of the Opera together at the Amundsen for how many years?
I did two and a half.
Yeah, you did 2.5 years. And I was there when you threw a party for your 1000th performance. And was that what it was? And you threw a backlot party
At Warner Brothers.
At Warner Brothers on New York Street, I think. And it was fantastic.
Fantastic. And I, for the last few months being isolated alone, I've, done a lot of thinking, but I've also done a lot of cleaning out of boxes and garage, and found so many things that I had forgotten about. It feels like a whole life, another lifetime. And I found pictures from that party with Carol Channing was there.
And that's right.
The Plaids were there, and Mayor Bradley was there, and so many amazing people.
Quite the party. It was quite the event.
It was exciting. So I just ran across those pictures the other day.
How great. I ran across some pictures. I was looking through some pictures of what, God only knows what I was thinking, but the dress I wore, it was opening night at Phantom in LA. And so it was when Michael Crawford was there, but the walkie-talkies and then I found pictures of when you opened at the
Yeah, that's crazy.
Series of Phantom photos. Yeah.
You realize that, of course, the day it changed my life, obviously, but it will be, it's been 29 years. Can you believe that? Since that day. Yeah, it's crazy.
Believe it.
So I got this photo from, I found this photo from that party that you're talking about at Warner Brothers of Carol Channing and me. And it's amazing. And I'll hold it up there. Can you see us?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at you guys.
Fantastic. And she wrote, I'll read it to you. She wrote, "My dearest spiritual son, you have always held my love, and now I'm learning from you, your adoring mother, Carol Channing." Isn't that crazy?
She's just something.
Yeah, that's special.
That's the guy I met. That's the guy I met back all this year.
Right. And in fact, that shirt, I got that outfit, that Versace outfit, like just for the party. And eventually I gave that shirt to Carol Channing when I spent the weekend with her in Palm Springs once, way after that. And I gave it to her and she loved it. Yep.
Boy, she's, talk about the real deal, man.
Yep. The real deal. And I was really blessed to know her, and fortunate. She taught me so much, and she was a great lady. And I was fortunate enough to sing and speak at her memorial service in Palm Springs last year in March.
Yeah, I remember when you did that. That's right.
To me, yeah.
Yeah, you forged some pretty remarkable friendships that clearly, you had a whole career before Phantom, but Phantom opened up a lot of doors and relationships. And
my life wouldn't be the same. Yeah, definitely. yeah, I got to know so many people and work with so many amazing people, and Hal Prince, and even before Phantom, like I was lucky to
I
meet
met,
George Abbott and work with
yeah.
George Abbott, and just so many amazing people along the way. So lucky.
That was the first time I'd worked with Cameron McIntosh.
Yep. The whole gang.
The whole gang, yeah.
So
And,
are we going to drink wine today or what?
all right.
What are you drinking?
So I'm drinking the Curtain Call.
Oh, me too. I'm going to start drinking. I love it. You want to tell everybody about this wine and how they can get it?
This is a lovely Cabernet that has been crafted especially for Laguna Playhouse. It's a really lovely, smooth, full-bodied but not heavy red wine, and McLean Cellars crafted it for Laguna Playhouse. They also crafted a called Ghost Light.
Yum.
Lovely, light, but rich Chardonnay, and we sell it on our website. And
nice. Do the proceeds go to Laguna Playhouse?
Go to Laguna Playhouse. So
fantastic.
Buy a case of wine, and all the money goes to Laguna Playhouse. So
cheers, my friend. I miss you.
I miss you. One of these days, we're gonna social distance and drink wine. And
yeah, come over and sit by the pool and social distance. Come on, anytime.
I am so ready to do that.
Delicious.
Good. It's really, isn't it?
Buy it. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. It's been fun to do these conversations and talk about the wine a little bit. And
tell me about what's going on with Laguna Playhouse. You guys are just hunkered down?
We are, and everybody's doing what they can to try to figure out, how to do the best. We've all conquered Zoom and trying to put together some virtual readings, and we have a Centennial reading series we're trying to put together, which is for donors who have given us $1,000 or more. They'll get, it's actually quite the bargain. They will get the Centennial reading series, and it's a play from every decade. So until we can all be together again, we'll do it virtually, but then we'll do it in theater. And it's one of the great plays from every decade of the Playhouse. So it's 10 plays. You can't beat that. It's a pretty
great idea.
Yeah. Boy, I must say, I really gave you a workout that you weren't expecting when you came to do I Do. That show is
it's hard. That's a hard show. And not to say that the Rita Rudder and I's show was not hard either, but it was basically both of them were two-handers, and they were intense. But I Do was tough. It was a lot, especially how it changes over the years, and how the costumes and how fast it moves, and how there's just the two of us, me and Vicky. But I ran across another clipping the other day of the feature that the Orange County Register did. I Do, with me and Vicky on the front, and the reviews were pretty darn good too of that show.
Really were.
And it was intense but fun, and
it was you guys. It was like running the 440 dash 3 times in a row. I mean, you did a 440 dash, and then you'd have a 15-minute intermission where you just,
It reminded me of way back when I first got to New York, when I was there early on, I did Forbidden Broadway. It kind of reminded me of that intense, 90 minutes of non-stop costume change and character changing. And it reminded me of that, which is a good thing. It's like a workout for an actor. It's great. Well,
and you did a lot of changing of costumes on stage, because you were on stage all the time. You did your aging up, your makeup right in front of everybody on stage.
Facial hair, mustaches, and
it was. So whenever any actor says to me, I don't know how to do my own stage makeup, I want to show them clips from that show, because you not only did it, you did it in record time, and you did it in front of 400 people.
Yeah. But but we were always taught that growing up. That's, in acting school, or from the day one when I was a little kid, I learned from my junior high school drama teacher, like how to do makeup and how to do your own makeup. And
Yeah.
so during Phantom, I didn't do it. And so I was very spoiled for all those years, just sit there and let someone else work on me. So,
Yeah. And that was quite complex, the makeup and, doing that show.
it was, but they made it, it wasn't as complex as they make it
Made it up.
Yeah.
That's just job security.
It totally is. Totally. Totally.
Yeah, and Rita and Martin, Rita Rudner and her husband Martin Bergman live down here, and Dana Point.
I know. I was at their home, their beautiful home down there.
Beautiful home. Their daughter Molly, who has also performed at the
of course.
Poor thing is a senior in high school at Dana Hills High School and didn't really get the end of her senior year or graduation.
Do you remember the day that Molly took over for the in our show?
That's right.
It was amazing. She did a great job.
She really stepped up and enjoyed her time, on Tusa Crowd in New York, and
that's right. Yeah.
She loved being a part of all of that. And she's going to the Frost School of Music, University of Miami, which is apparently a very prestigious program. And
Jerry Herman went
Jerry
there.
Herman, right. And she's going into songwriting and starting in the fall. So she'll be in Florida.
Great.
Yeah.
My home state. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. You must miss Florida now that you can't get back to it all that easily.
Well, again, I don't miss. It rains every day. It's hot and 90 degrees every day. I don't know humidity, so I don't really miss that part of it. But I miss my family, definitely my family.
Yeah. How's your mom doing?
Mom's okay. She's hanging in. I text her at least every day, and we have started doing what do you call it? FaceTime.
Oh, great! Yeah.
Every Sunday. So that's our thing. So we can see each other and talk to each other. But she's hanging in. She's like 91. Awesome. And looks great. She's hanging in. Yeah.
She's amazing.
Like I have my sisters both live there.
It was fun all the times your folks came to LA, and they would come regularly to see you and it was so much fun to watch them watch you. I would love to stand in the theater on those nights. And
they were great. They came to everything. And one of the things I found in the garage in the boxes were these great, I happen to have them here, guest books that I kept from the first day of Phantom till the end of Phantom, and then once they go into Whistle Down the Wind after Phantom. So I kept them from LA to San Francisco to New York. And so I've been going through and seeing some, I just opened to a page, like Scott Willis and Rumor Willis when they were little kids.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
And then it says, Davis, what a great voice. Thanks for a wonderful night. Your pal, Bruce Willis. And then Davis, what a pleasure. A memory to treasure for a lifetime. Thank you, Demi Moore. So it's just like I have everyone that came back, from Marcel Marceau to Billy Joel to Kevin Costner.
Barbara Streisand there one night because
I don't think she came back because I would have remembered that.
Yeah, I think we hid her out in
really?
She actually hid in the box office until the show started, and then she went back to the box office at intermission, and then she was out of there. But yeah,
of course. Yeah, she's Barbara Streisand.
Fan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. And when I sang, Jerry Buss, who owned the Lakers.
Yeah, the great Jerry Buss.
Great Jerry Buss. I sang the anthem a lot at the Laker games, and I remember one time leaving the Staples and walking past the ramp where they all come up and this Rolls Royce pulled up, and I was waiting. They stopped to let me cross, and the driver motioned to me to come. I went, what? So I went over to the side of the car and the window rolled down. It was Mr. Bus. And he goes,
Oh,
if it was up to me, you'd sing the anthem at every game. I said, thank you, sir. Thank you. So it ended up, I sang at his,
you sang at his memorial.
down there.
It was
And
televised. I got to see you sing for Jerry Buss.
his deal was I met several, I would say several women came up to me afterwards and said that that Jerry took them, multiple women, different times, took
Oh,
them
yeah.
to see Phantom on their first date. So that was Jerry's MO, to take
Yep.
dates to see Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. In fact, every time he had a new assistant in the office,
Or no, yeah,
our house seat book for Phantom, I remember Alana, who did our
no
house seat,
kidding.
stayed very close with that office because they were probably the biggest,
Wow,
users of
amazing.
our house seat book. He brought everybody to
That's
Phantom.
so cool. That's so cool. See, I didn't know any of that. I didn't know it back
A
then.
great man. He really was a great man. We always called him Mr. Bus. I never called him Jerry.
Of course.
Everybody in the office called him Mr. Bus, but he was such a huge fan of that show. And again, another one who was fun to watch you in
Oh,
the show
so cool.
was watching Jerry, because it was like it was the first time he'd seen it. Every time he saw it,
So
he was
special.
so delighted and delighted to share it.
Gosh,
He,
that's a lot.
I'm sure he came over 100 times.
So crazy.
Crazy, isn't it?
Crazy. Yeah.
What did you have to give up during COVID? What performances were you going to do?
Uh,
Concerts?
I've been here since March 10th, so that's over 3 months, I guess. And I probably have been outside maybe 6 times to go to grocery store or the drugstore. So that I've been out. I have not gone anywhere for over 3 months.
Your gas tank is holding up nicely, isn't
I
it?
haven't had to get gas. Yeah. I did a reading at the Rubicon on the night of March 10th.
I remember
And
that.
night, March 10th, everybody knew in the air something was really happening, And so I drove literally home from the Rubicon Theater that night and haven't left since. And so it's crazy, but I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be safe. And I think everyone should wear masks and look out for each other. And it's not over yet. The first wave hasn't even, we haven't gotten to the first wave yet. People are talking about a second wave. So we're still in the first wave and people don't understand that. It's just
different phase of the first wave. It may just be one same wave.
Yeah.
It may be the same wave goes up and down. I mean, and we're just doing what we can. And, that's the tough thing about theaters. I mean, it's social distancing in the theater is practically impossible. And we will be back up and running when we can
we
get
will be the last ones. We will be the last ones.
in the meantime, we just hope that people will continue to, buy subscriptions, which is really the most basic important thing you can do, is renew a subscription if you have a subscription.
Oh, yeah.
It won't be wasted. Your subscription starts when you start again, and you won't lose a show. You won't lose any money. But it is the most basic way one can support nonprofit theater, and buying a subscription is a very valuable thing for us.
It's like a gift certificate or like a gift card. You can just buy it and use it later. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But
People
all
can
the
buy.
stuff that's online now, like we're doing on like theater or whatever, they're trying to do it, but nothing is the same as sitting and breathing and living with a live audience and live actors right in front of you in the same space, in the same time. You can't replace that with Zoom or anything else. You can't. That's what's just so special about theater. And
The feeling when the lights go down on you in a theater and the lights come up on that stage and something happens,
for that
one time only.
Gives chills.
I was going to gives me chills even to this day.
Some fleeting moment of art, and we need it so badly right now. That connection to human connection. That's what's so sad about not being able to do what we do.
But we will be back. I mean,
but I've been, like I told you, I've thought a lot about if I don't work again, which who knows, I might not. There might not be able to do what I do I'm at peace with that. It's like I had a wonderful life. I had a good run, and I don't feel a need to, you know,
Match it or top.
match it, or you know, like pine away that, oh my gosh, I'll never be able to do that again, which I'm sad about. But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm okay with it. But I miss it, and I know you miss it. I miss our family, or the theater family, terribly, because it's like no other connection that you have in life.
It's you know, I miss being with staff, and I miss being in. I was talking to Michael Matthews, a director who works for us off the other day, and he said, "I can't believe I'm saying this, but I miss tech. I miss the I'm." And for
that was
those
almost a spit take right there.
understand what that means, those are the longest days in the rehearsal process, when you get on the stage and you have to put all the pieces together, and everybody's got to figure out how to walk and talk and change their costumes, and it's a tedious marathon that, and we do it for, you know, we spend 2.5 12-hour days, you know, just really barreling through it so that lighting can do what they need to do, and costume changes get routined, and we all sort of have to gear ourselves up for it, because it's a long haul. And to have a director say that I miss tech.
Right. Some directors are better about dealing with it than others. Some are better at it than others. Like for instance, I'm not Hal Prince. You know, he changed my life. He changed my life, and we were friends, and you know, all long after Phantom. But he was not good at tech. He was not a good.
He didn't have a lot of patience.
No patience.
He didn't have patience anyway, but he really didn't.
It was okay with the actors, but the tech people, you know, it was not pretty sometimes. That was Hal.
The stories about, because I have a dear friend who was the head sound engineer for Spamalot on Broadway, and Mike Nichols is another one who is always thought so much faster than anybody else did in the room. Was always ready to move ahead, hated tech, and beat a path between the front of this, you know, the lip of the stage up the aisle, just wore the carpet out, screaming all the way about the sound throughout the entire tech period. He just ran up and down screaming for days in tech, because he just couldn't take it.
Yeah, like Tessa knows as a lighting designer, like you can only do cues so fast. There's only so fast you can move. Even now that we have a computer, like it's probably worse back in the day when you had to, like, you know, manually set a light.
Right. Yeah, it's amazing how quick her generation is, because they do their own programming, and they you know, they're experts at it. But it takes the time it takes. You know, you've got to get right. So I don't know. It's its own thing. Well, I guess I miss being in tech. I miss being in rehearsal. I miss you know, I miss all, but I do believe it will be back, and I have to believe that I'm going to see you on stage performing again. I just have
we'll see. Yeah. I hope so too. I'm not like retiring or anything, but you know, God forbid, I want to be like Tony Bennett. I want to keep singing to, like, you know,
that's right,
all over, you know. So
your concerts are so
incredible. Thanks. You know, while I've been sequestered in these boxes, I found, I can't tell you how many, but hundreds of VHS tapes and cassette tapes that of old shows and concerts and interviews that I had done years ago, and then even in New York before I even came out here, of little things. So I'm in the process of digitizing all of them, and I'm going to put them up on my YouTube channel. And I put, so far, I've sung on like 30 or more compilation CDs along the way. And I had found them all, and some of them I forgot I even recorded, and I put them all on my YouTube channel, so anybody can go there and.
Oh, how great!
I'm putting my whole life my whole life on YouTube. So if, you know, if I never do it again, it'll be there. So I remember, it reminds me of a story. I did the New Moon with New York City Opera when Beverly Hills ran New York City Opera Company.
Yeah, sure.
So in her office, she had behind her, like we have paintings behind us right now. She had someone had made her a quilt with all the panels, and each quilt, the squares of each panel had a character that she played in the opera and the costume that she was wearing.
Wow.
It was very ornate and just amazing. So I said, wow, that quilt is, that's beautiful. That's amazing. That's beautiful. She goes, yeah, can you imagine your whole life on a blanket? Your whole life on a blanket. So my whole life will be on YouTube someday. So there.
Well, our beloved Lisa Hale, who's
how's she doing?
She's doing great. You know,
love her.
I will give. She watches these, so she's been waiting for you to
Lisa,
come up.
what's up? Miss you.
So you can give her a toast right now yourself. And Lisa is a board member and a remarkable donor of ours, and the Hale family is family to us. So I know she'd be remembered to you. Yeah.
Yes, lovely people. I've hung at their house before.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's really.
That was really fun too. Well, thanks for spending some time with me. It's
God. Never enough. Never enough. I love you,
I'm
my
never going to see you. I love you too.
Thanks for getting me showered and cleaned up and dressed and buzzed.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I've launched you into your Tuesday property.
It's a slippery slope after this.
Well, I love you, and I am going to come and sit by your pool.
Please, yes, we'll get food and we'll eat outside.
I'll bring my mask. It'll all be good.
Perfect. And the dog.
And a dog. I'll bring Murphy. Okay, good. All right. I love you.
Take care. Have a good time.
Enjoy the wine too. You'll have to tell me all about it.
I will.
Love you.
I love you.